Hello there, welcome back to my Pokemon Expert Emerald playthrough, part 26. This time, as we continue to go back and forth and skip and bebop around basically Route 113 to Meteor Falls area, we're going back south again, I believe. I fucking forget why, but hopefully soon enough. Oh yeah, because we did the meteorite thing. So now we're going to the top of Mount Chimney to confront Team Magma. Just remember, that's what we're doing. I'm just taking on this battle here first because it's one of the few, well, I guess one of the many that I skipped. And Shadow Quill is getting so close. It's evolving into a Typhlosion, which, that's great and all, but it's not going to necessarily help us here against this upcoming battles for not just Team Magma or anything, but the next probably an hour and a half of the game. Typhlosion's not going to be much use to us. Yeah. Excuse me. Anyway, second Pokemon here is a Houndour. And this whole entire playthrough could have been made a lot easier if I found out about the EXP share earlier. Like if I knew I could get it as early as before the second gym. Ah man, but there goes all that Pokemon Emerald knowledge I supposedly had. And I don't think I think Swampert. And Pokemon Expert Emerald doesn't learn Muddy Water until 38 or 39, so it's coming up pretty close. But I would like to, if we were able to get that maybe a little bit earlier, that would have been nice instead of just having to still use Mud Shot and Water Gun at this fucking late date and nothing in between. Not even a water pulse. And he still didn't hatch yet. There you go, Cyndaquil. Hang in there, buddy. Yeah, we got this trying to take on as well. And maybe Cyndaquil can actually just hold its own against this Aroma lady here. Boom. Tangela is a decent Pokemon, so it ends up living that. But the rollout, although dangerous, is not going to be enough to beat Shadow Quill here. Boom. Roselia, Shadow Quill is always going to stay in, but I don't know if Shadow Quill will survive a confrontation with Roselia right now. But I'm gonna go for it. Let's see. One hit. What? You gotta be fucking shitting me. That's why EVs matter, folks. EVs, IVs. They can be the difference. They can be the goddamn difference. Even in a single player. So yeah, I'm putting Shadow Shock out here just to give me some time to heal. We're gonna wake Shadow Quill up. We'll see what Roselia does, but how much damage it's able to do. All of it, turns out. But that's fine, because I think Shadow Quill got screwed over with the range of damage it could do. I feel like that was on a lower range of damage it could do. So maybe this time it'll knock it out completely in one hit. Let's see. Come on. Nice. Shadow Quill, that was all you, baby. That was all you. Level 36. It's time to evolve. got a Typhlosion. Typhlosion, very nice base stats. They're same base stat total and individual stats as Charizard, as many as pointed out before. Problem is, not in comparison to Charizard or anything, but the problem with that I have with Typhlosion and a lot of these starters is that they don't learn any fucking good moves until way late. So we didn't even get a second fire move until level 30. Oh, I guess a third fire move. We got Flame Wheel. I mean, what's a Flame Wheel? We got that pretty late. And we had Ember for the longest time. So now we're finally getting the third fire move. And it's going to be even a longer time to get the money to get Flamethrower. Or to find Flamethrower, you know, it's in the wild somewhere. Yeah. I got something that's sort of unrelated. But I just had to get it out there. You know, I'm a real big fan. And I don't know if I didn't bring it up in this playthrough at all. But I have certainly brought up before that I'm a big fan of the Coliseum games. Particularly the first one. And I just thought it was really cool. I like that's like everything about it. I just like how different it was. At the same time, it was still like fun. There's nice progression to it, and it was grindy in some parts in like a very cool, fun way with my own battle and whatnot. It was just exactly what I sort of wanted. I like a different take out of that area of Pokemon Gen 3. Probably my second favorite generation of Pokemon, honestly, right behind Gen 4. And yeah, I could see like critiques of it or anything or something like that because it ended up not being like a console Pokemon that people wanted, that we ended up getting with Sword and Shield and Scarlet Violet that's coming up, and what's this one that just came out? Not Brilliant Diamond and the other one, but the one that's in Hisui. I didn't play that one, but it's like those games are probably more than what people were expecting in 2004 and 5 when those Coliseum games came out. Although it did subvert expectations a great deal, I still thought they were great fun, and it really had something to get out of them. More than just, you know, catching Johto Pokemon for the Game Boy games, which, you know, functionally that's why I was interested in them. But I ended up falling in love with those games. And I saw a video the other day, and I recommended by Tamashi Hiroka, who I've been subscribed to for quite some time. And she was talking, and the title of the video was like the worst Pokemon game or whatever. I didn't actually have time to watch the video, so I don't know if that was actually a point. It was just clickbait. But that's a fucking wild thing. I don't think it's the worst Pokemon game by far. But I don't know. I also would like to see what y'all opinions are on Pokemon Coliseum and Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, because personally I like them. I think XD Gale of Darkness was kind of disappointing in that it didn't really... you just go through the same sort of thing, and then it changes up through like 60% way through. There's things that are different about it, obviously. But I just felt that it didn't feel necessary as a sequel. There never had to be a Coliseum 2 unless they're going to really expand on the concepts and expand on that region of Ouray, because it is interesting, but there's not that many locations in Ouray. So it doesn't really warrant a second game if you're not going to add more, like a lot more settlements, or just another like chunk of the map maybe. Yeah, XD Gale of Darkness was not the Black 2 White 2 of Coliseum. It felt very limp-digged in that regard. But yeah, anyways, we're going to take that what's it called? I don't know actually what it's called. I've never taken one before. But we're going to the top Mount Chimney now, where Maxi and Team Magma planning, Cable Car, that's what it's called, are planning something heinous with that there meteorite. Beautiful. That ain't snow, that's ash, because we're on top of a volcano. And get ready. You might thinking all Team Magma's gonna be a bunch of fires types, a bunch of dark types. You're wrong there. You're wrong there, pal. I wish. There's nothing over here right now. So there's gonna be a set of 3 battles, a double battle, I think a single battle, and then Maxie himself. Double battles are always gonna be easier because you know you can double team one Pokemon at a time. And though, who am I? Who do I side with in Team Magma or Team Aqua? I don't know. I don't know. I think there's no need for more land. There's plenty of fucking land. There's also plenty of water. But also, most of the life on Earth is in the water. Like, if anything, I don't know. It just always seemed very odd to me. I don't get what the motive here is. I can understand, like, if they just made it purely a cult of Groudon and a purely a cult of Kyogre, and they were like almost like zombie-like in their ambition to expand the seas in the name of Kyogre and expand the land in the name of Groudon, I'd be fine with it. But that's not the angle that they put on it. Is that they're conscious of what they want and who they are, and they're using Kyogre and Groudon as tools for their ends instead of the other way around. Which their ends don't make sense though. Like, having more land for what? Just to have another place to live, I guess. Like, it would make sense if, like, Kyogre, these Pokemon were controlling these people, and that was Kyogre and Groudon were having a war between each other, and they're using people to fight it. You know, sort of putting the whole Pokemon relationship on its head, where we have people who control Pokemon that fight their battles for them. You know, that I think that'd be a pretty cool angle, but that's not quite what they did with this game. I would love to write Pokemon game or working on a Pokemon game at all, because there's so much meat on this bone that they're just not getting. And the whole IP in general is what I'm referring to. Yeah. You know, for the first Team Magma battle, we're handling it pretty well. Part of that's because the levels are even, which I appreciate. They're about even with the levels. But that's probably not going to hold for the rest of these fights here. Got Muck. Still using fucking Water Gun. Mud Shot, Fire Punch, really all I can do. Even though I think Muck is more special defensive. I think so. I think Muck is more special defensive and Weezing is more defensive. I think that's how those two Pokemon are tied to each other. Alright, second battle. So you come all the way, but you're too late. I've already delivered the meteorite from Meteor Falls to the boss. Alright. Tabitha. Nope, that's correct. That's a man named Tabitha. Anyways, this battle will not be easy at all. A level 36 Chansey. I mean, if you have a... Oh, God. Oh, my God. That was a very unfortunately timed fucking yawn. But if you have a high attack fighting type, like you have a Blaziken, if your Tyrogue involved into a Hitmonchan, no, Hitmonlee, this should be easy for you, right? But for me, who's using special attacks, it's going to take me 2 to 3 hits to knock out Chansey, which means I'm going to get it down, its HP down to where it's going to use soft boil all the time. I'm going to get its HP down to where where the trainer is going to use healing items on it. And the thing with soft boil, it heals half your HP, and I think it only has 10 PPs, 10 power points. So although that's pretty, low in the grand scheme of moves, but it just feels forever to get to use those 10 soft boils. And because this game's learn set is bordering Pokemon Red and Blue for how shitty these how paltry these learn sets are with Pokemon Expert Emerald, we still have fucking Mudshot at level 37. No superior ground type move, which granted, the only two superior ground type moves is Dig and Earthquake, and maybe you don't want to give us that right now. I guess Magnitude maybe also. But it just feels like way too late to still be using Mudshot. Or maybe I'm making a dumbass complaint and I just have more control over this than I realize. But it doesn't seem like it so far. Boom. Ba-boom. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Alright. Yeah, this is how the rest of this fucking here video is probably gonna go. My God. Yeah, this battle really has me for a loss for words here, because it just felt like while I was recording this that this was a never-ending cycle. Now I'm missing because Chansey's using Minimize. It's just going bad. I feel like I would never get out of this. It's not Sand Attack or anything like that where my accuracy is being lowered. Chansey is lowering its evasion, meaning it doesn't matter who I send out, I'm still gonna miss a bunch. There's no way that I can really change the fucking percentages here back into my favor. So now, not only can it heal itself whenever it wants, it takes 3 hits to kill it, and the trainer also has healing items. It also cannot be hit consistently because it used Minimize multiple times. So, and my other Pokemon are using smoke screen, making so that you can't hit that much. So maybe I can't heighten. Wait. Maybe I can't reverse your evasion noobness, but I can make you miss, is what I was thinking. But it seems that that's not going to be greatest strategy. But Shadow Quill can't do much damage to Chansey because Fire Punch is a special move in this game, and Chansey has like a 250 special defense or something like that, or it's up there. I guess the HP is 250 something, and the special defense is like 120 or 140 or something like that. Maybe I'm thinking of Blissey. Maybe the special defense is just like 80 or something, but still, it's still a lot. I'm fucking fighting uphill here as this video is reaching its end. And I just don't know what to do. Well, how about you join me in the next part? Where this battle will meet its epic conclusion.